Good evening, I'm Byron Scott with the CTV News Update. The Prince George's County Educators Association is demanding that PGCPS take action for safer schools. They say the school system's plan to install metal detectors in high schools and enforce its clear backpack policy is not enough. The union wants the school district to adopt a holistic approach to address students' needs and the root causes of disciplinary problems. And Union President Dr. Donna Christie says employees want a seat at the table.
What we're looking for is to have a seat at the table and discuss real solutions to address what's going on with our kids, and having a holistic approach to that, so that we can really get to the root of the problems. Using metal detectors and clear book bags to keep guns and weapons out of our school is a start. It's maybe part of the solution, but it's definitely, from our perspective, not the solution. There's a lot going on with our kids. Why do they even feel the need to carry or bring a weapon? So we want to get at the why.
Christie says they have a meeting scheduled with the new school superintendent, Millett House, next week. Well, the Federal Appeals Court has ruled that a group of parents in Montgomery County has no standing to challenge a school district policy regarding LGBTQ students. The court ruled 2-1 that the 3 parents could not challenge a policy against telling parents if their children identify as transgender or gender nonconforming. The court said the parents had not alleged their children were transgender in the first place. The Religious Freedom Institute was among those that filed a friend of the court brief.
Court held here was that essentially the parents who brought this lawsuit are not suffering any harm right now, meaning that the harm that they were complaining of is only speculative, because their children, they did not allege that the children were transgender, that their children were contemplating going through a sort of gender transition and so on. And so because in our legal system, you can only bring a lawsuit if you're actually suffering harm. Now, but at the same time, the court acknowledged that Montgomery County Board of Education's policy was actually intrusive. They used the words staggering, but they said that, our legal system does not allow them to bring a claim unless they're actually suffering some immediate harm.
Meantime, the Maryland Supreme Court declined to offer overlapping protections for LGBTQ employees, finding that parts of Maryland's fair employment laws that apply to sex-based discrimination do not also apply to discrimination based on sexual orientation. Well, police are investigating a fatal pedestrian accident, the crash happening at about 4:45 this morning on the Branch Avenue off-ramp to the outer loop of 495 in Camp Springs. Police say the driver of the striking vehicle did remain on the scene. Anyone who may have witnessed the incident is asked to contact police. Well, if you're a senior citizen and take medications to treat diabetes and arthritis, then you already know the cost of brand name drugs have been increasing faster than the rate of inflation for decades. This according to a report by AARP. The report points out that the higher prices are particularly challenging for Medicare Part D enrollees who take an average of 4 to 5 prescriptions each month. The price of drugs like Enbrel, Humira, and Lantus has skyrocketed by more than 500% since hitting the market. Analysts say the higher prices can prompt Americans to stop taking necessary medications, thus leading to poor health. And gambling has become a significant source of revenue for Maryland. In fiscal 2023, the state raked in $1.5 billion, which is about 3.5% more than the previous year. The largest source continues to be the state's 6 casinos, which collectively brought in more than $840 million. The lottery is not far behind with more than $700 million in revenue. Nearly $2.9 billion was wagered on sports betting. Funds collected for gaming go to several programs, including the Blueprint for Maryland's Future, which supports public education programs. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott. Coming up, we are highlighting a unique boutique right here in the county. Find out more after the break. Stay tuned.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors the storm, including the following counties that are fortunately.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
And Progressive Maryland is endorsing 3 candidates for municipal races in the upcoming election. For the Bowie City Council District 3 position, the group is supporting Ayamidi House. In Laurel, the vote goes to Martin Mitchell for mayor. Mitchell currently serves on the council. And in Rockville, the group is endorsing Isola Shaw for city council. And a legislative work group tasked with recommending changes to the degree approval process at Maryland's colleges and universities held its first meeting this week. The work group was formed by the General Assembly this year before the controversial decision in June to allow a new business analytics degree at Towson University over the objection of officials at Morgan State. The task, says Senator Ron Watson, will be to find the balance between students' needs and resolving concerns about program duplication, which is a common complaint. The work group is expected to meet at least 4 times before December, when a report of recommendations is due to the General Assembly. While you're between the ages of 18 and 21, well, here is your chance to take part in this 9-month-long program that offers job training and professional development. It's all part of the newly minted Maryland Department of Service and Civic Innovation created by Governor Wes Moore. Graduates can earn $15 an hour and learn new skills at the end of the program. Participants will get $6,000 for tuition or a cash stipend. Adults of any age interested in public and community service can take part in the 9-month Maryland Core program. For more information, go to the website on your screen. And August is National Black Business Month, a time to recognize and support Black-owned businesses. House of Kaduba Bridal is a boutique in Mount Rainier, offering DMV brides a unique shopping experience.
So our entire setup is a house, kind of like an apartment. So that is what makes us different. We're not just a brick and mortar store where you just come in and it's hardcore, find your dress. It's the experience. So we're not just sell, sell, sell. We are relax, look around, have a seat, drink your tea, enjoy your family. And they always say, wow, this feels like I'm at home. Because you are here at House of Kaduba Bridal.
Now, Kelly takes the stress out of finding the dress by hosting one-on-one shopping sessions with her customers. The brides and her party are served tea and other refreshments during the appointment. It's aimed at making the experience feel more personalized and intimate. For more information on this local Black-owned business, visit the website on your screen. And still ahead on CTV News, meet our Pet of the Week and more right after the break. Stay tuned.
There's a blood shortage and we came up to Dead Lover's Point at midnight on Friday the 13th.
Lame.
Guess I'm gonna waste all this blood by dying in a predictable horror movie way.
50% of Americans like watching blood get spilled in horror movies, but only 3% donate it. When was the last time you donated blood?
Welcome back. Mosquito sprayings will take place this evening and tomorrow in the county. An ultra-low volume truck will be spraying this evening after 7:30 within a 3/4 mile radius of the following intersections: the 8000 block of Central Avenue in Hyattsville and the back loop of English Oaks Avenue in Bowie. In the event of inclement weather, spraying will be scheduled for the following evening. Another mosquito spraying set for tomorrow night at Peppermill Drive in Jade Court and Sea Pleasant, as well as Pentland Hills Drive and Residential Golf Drive in Upper Marlboro. For more on MDA's mosquito control program, call 410-841-5870. And it's time to meet your pet of the week. This is Ice. She's a 1.5-year-old American Bulldog and Siberian Husky mix. Ice is very unique in that she has heterochromia. In her case, one eye is brown and one is blue. She can be a little timid, they say, but once she gets to know you, she's full of energy and love. Also, the Prince George's Animal Management Facility is currently experiencing an outbreak of canine influenza. So if you're interested in adopting Ice or any other pet, call 301-780-7200 for more information on how to do so. Well, many Prince George's residents heard reports yesterday of an alligator on the loose in the northern area of the county. Turns out that Beltsville residents made a call about a loose alligator in their apartment complex, but it was a case of mistaken identity. What they saw was a cold-blooded reptile, but it wasn't a gator. It was here at the Twin Lakes Apartments that a tegu lizard was spotted. According to the Department of Natural Resources, these lizards are non-venomous and are commonly kept as exotic pets. If you encounter the reptile, DNR says that you should contact the Animal Management Control. No word now on the whereabouts on the tegu. In sports, trust is very important in the game of football. Teammates being able to rely on one another to play their roles is critical to the team winning not only in the regular season but in the postseason as well. And there is no difference in the Washington football team. Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin spoke yesterday after practice about the trust he's building with quarterback Sam Howell.
We're still in the middle of camp, and we still got some preseason, regular season to go. But I feel like we're building a little bit of that trust where you get some one-on-one opportunity. He's going to trust me to come down and make that play. And as myself, I just want to continue to give him that trust. You know, when you're going against a great corner like Marlon Humphrey and you're backside one-on-one, you got to win those reps so he can have that confidence in you.
The Commanders had their first joint practice against the Baltimore Ravens yesterday. McLaurin touched on the difference between playing against the Commanders cornerback Kendall Fuller and Ravens cornerback Marlon Humphrey.
I think Marlon and Kendall, they both are two vet corners who are really good at what they do. They're very really good technicians, and I think Kendall is a different style of corner than Marlon is, so it's good to go against a guy like Marlon where he's going to be a little bit more firm at the line. He's going to be a little bit more handsy, you know what I mean, and it forces you to really use your technique and be physical because you know he's going to be physical at the top of the route. He's going to be physical at the line, and he's going to try to punch the ball out. So when I'm going against him, I just want to match his physicality, but also be clean with my feet, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he has to, when you're a receiver, they stop when you stop. You got to be efficient. So getting to work against Kendall has been great as well because he really forces you to be efficient in and out of your breaks because he's so patient.
And wrapping up sports, congrats to Church linebacker J. Sean Barham for making the watch list for the Lombardi Award, which is presented every year to a college offensive or defensive lineman who shows character as well as discipline, also performing well on the field. Barham is one of 19 players from the Big Ten who made the watch list. The Maryland native had a great freshman year, leading all Big Ten freshmen with 58 tackles over the 12 games that he played. Barham was also an honorable All-Big Ten selection, a Big Ten Freshman of the Week, and a Freshman All-American. He was also recently named to the watch list for the Butkus Award, which recognizes the best collegiate linebacker in the nation. While monster trucks, 36 carnival rides, and funnel cakes highlight the 74th Montgomery County Agricultural Fair, the fair has 4 new rides and will offer a wider variety of foods from fried dough to Vietnamese and Colombian cuisine and even strudels. People will also be able to view 2,000 farm animals, the demolition derby, as well as the dock dogs, a canine aquatics competition.
We have a lot of activities each day. The fair is 9 days long. So some of our bigger events happening on Wednesday and Thursday, we do have the Monster Truck Show, which is at 7:30. And that is a paid event. So people can either come to the fair and pay and get tickets or online. And then on Friday and Saturday, we have our Demolition Derby, which is a big favorite of everyone, which also starts at 7:30.
The fair runs through August 19th at the Montgomery County Agricultural Center in Gaithersburg. For more information and to get your ticket, visit mcagfair.com. A quick look now at our weather forecast for the next 3 days. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 69. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 88. And Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 85. Saturday, sunny with a high near 83. And that's our news for tonight. I'm Byron Scott. See you tomorrow night. Good night.